Guys, and welcome back to Pass and Move. Today is the first episode of our Lovely Leicester series, where we will be, we're pretty much jumping on a boat with everyone else who's started their own Leicester save. Now, of course, we've seen so many people try to do it, but they've failed. It's really tough, of course. If you ever found someone who's done it, then definitely put the link in the comment section below, please. I'd love to see a save where Leicester actually stay champions. But anyways, the target isn't really to retain the title. That's a bit tough to do. If you have a quick look at the league table, as in the season preview of it, where the media expect us is the 7th spot, and the board expectations are to end in the top half of the table. So it's definitely doable. We've got a decent squad. Other than our first 11, we do have some trouble, with squad depth, of course. Some of these players, if I could show you, are actually still just championship players. So it makes it all the more incredible how Ranieri did it. We're going to give you a quick intro into the game, into the save, about what we've done so far, because it is 7th August. And the game we've got for you here today is the Community Shield against Manchester United. So we're going to go straight into a cup final. And of course, it's not the biggest, cup to win, but still a good cup to win. I don't think, have Leicester won it in their history? Where can I go for history? There you go. Club, history, just won Premier League, Championship, League One, EFL Cup. Oh, they have won the Community Shield. When was that though? Does it say? Doesn't say, does it? 1971. Alright, so it's been a while. I think it's about 40 years. But yeah, quickly go through everything. In terms of squad, we've pretty much kept it the same. As I mentioned, we don't really have much depth outside the first 11. And we'll be showing you the tactics in just a minute. But there's only been one transfer in. And that transfer in is where's he gone? He's actually disappeared now. We just bought a left back base. Actually, sorry, we bought a left winger. Gonzalo Martinez, the Argentinian player. We didn't buy him for much at all, actually. Let me go to transfer history so you can see it better. There you go. We just bought him for 3 million from River. We just brought in the left winger. We're going to be playing. We needed the left back, but unfortunately there weren't any proper, serious, somewhat bargain left backs. Of course, this is the save where Leicester have already spent most of the money, so the board don't exactly leave you much money. And nowadays it takes about 20 million to buy any decent player. But we did manage to sell Shinji Okazaki to Dynamo Kiev for his value of 8 million, so that was good. We've also loaned out Ben Chilwell, who's just for the sake of developing further. Cairo as well for development at Hartlepool. Matty James is the one that we sent out that we didn't want anymore. Unfortunately, no one wanted to buy him for the 8 million, so we're not going to get that money. But at least we're not paying a single penny of his 25k per week. Ben Hammer's another player as well who we've managed to loan out, not having to pay any of his 12k. We tried to sell him as well, but Cardiff only wanted him on loan. So not bad at all. We've managed to get rid of some of the wages that we don't really need. We still are looking somewhat in the market to get some players in that are, we do need some new players, of course, but if there's no one there, it'd be nice to stick to the same team and see if we can get anything. In terms of schedule, we just had a couple of friendlies, 6 in total. 3 of them were a tour. We went to North America to try and get some more fans, and the last 3 here at home to just make up some money as well. The Rangers, Club Brugge, and FC. As you can see, it's a bit of a mixed bag of results, but some decent wins. In terms of competitions, we've already gone through the Premier League, the Champions League. Of course, we don't expect anything other than to reach the group stage, which we're already in. FA Cup 6th round is going to be a bit difficult, but we should be able to do it since we are in the 3rd round this year. And the EFL Cup, of course, doesn't matter, and neither does the Community Shield. In terms of tactics, we are sticking with the 4-4-2. I know some of you are thinking that I'm a bit crazy to try it, but we'll see how we go on. We will be playing with wingers. Mahrez is going to be playing as a winger as well. I know his best role is definitely without a doubt an inside forward, but as you know, I like to start off a little bit deeper and then push the players forward. So when we push him forward, we can start playing him elsewhere. He also is a very capable winger. Definitely, without a doubt, he's got great crossing, dribbling, all that sort of stuff. It doesn't hurt that he's got finishing and vision as well. So even though necessarily it doesn't say that he uses it as a winger, definitely, you use all your stats, whether it's highlighted or not. The highlighted ones are just the more important ones. So he'll definitely still be using his vision, his flair, and whatnot. And when he's on attack, of course, he'll be using the off-the-ball movement as well. We are playing with a deep lying playmaker and a ball winging midfielder. That seems to be the most roles that the players are suited to. Drinkwater and Mendy should be our actually I think it's Daniel Amarty should be our the one partnering Drinkwater. Sorry, Andy King's going to be playing as a deep lying playmaker, even though he's better as a box-to-box midfielder. Unfortunately, we don't have any space for a box-to-box midfielder. Also, I do love the ball-winning midfielder role. In terms of the striker partnership, just the standard Slimani and Vardy, a target man and a poacher. Vardy is capable of playing a number of roles, but no interest in playing him as a defensive forward. Complete forward would have been nice, but I think he's lacking in some of the attributes for it. Advanced forward is quite decent too, but I just love the poacher role in terms of how you're so focused on scoring goals, and that's exactly what I want, considering Slimani won't be expecting many goals from him. He's more of a target man. He's got good passing. His vision's not too good, but his passing should make up for it. Hopefully he'll be able to put some good balls into the through for Vardy, basically. Heading incredible, jumping reach and strength are really good. He's a perfect target man, really incredible buy for Leicester. And that pretty much takes us through the first team, but we will be playing Jeffrey Schlupp as a left back. I did want to play him as a winger because he's a little bit better there, much more suited for it, but we don't have a good left back backup to Fuchs. And Ahmed Musa is actually going to be playing for us as a striker. He didn't really fit in anywhere. He's not a good winger at all, no good crossing. He's pretty much only good in his pace and his finishing. Now that makes sense to play him as a Rodomentor, but as you can see, some of the stats he's lacking in a little bit, and obviously we're not playing any Rodomentors. So he will be playing up front as a backup to Vardy, as a poacher. He's more than capable of it. I think he's quite underrated in Football Manager, to be honest. He's only a good player when he should be about a leading player, and his attributes should be a little bit better considering what he's done previously in Moscow. As you can see here, some decent stats, and he's come all the way from Nigeria, his home country, of course. And I think that pretty much takes us through the tactics. We are playing, there's a counter mentality as well as a control, and then if we need to push on forward, there's an attacking mentality. All of them structured because of these specific roles such as poacher, target man, and a deep lying playmaker. In terms of team instructions, it's all the same. Work the ball into box, run from positions, and be more expressive. Hopefully that will help us. We'll be keeping normal tempo and mixed passing, as well as closing down sometimes, and defensive line normal. This leaves all the players to make their own decision making, which should be good. Hopefully they can step up, of course. I think that takes us through most of the stuff. In terms of coaching staff, we've brought in some of our own coaches. We've gotten rid of the assistant manager and the head of youth development. Those two roles are my most important ones. There are better staff available, such as Terry McDormand. If you never got him, you should definitely get him on board. He's one of the best assistant managers, and of course he does not with any of the clubs. As you can see, he's got good man management and judging ability, as well as potential. Head of youth development, though, is really important to bringing in good youth players, so you need to have that, and Phil Cannon's one of the best. 3 staff members who has incredible judging potential, as well as working with youngsters. I think that pretty much takes us through. We had a lot of fitness coaches, so we let 2 of them go, so we can just keep 2 of them. We've got 1 goalkeeping coach. I'd love to get another one. We'll be asking the board to increase that too. And in terms of scouts, we had to revamp the whole scout system. We've got a number of really good scouts. If you can just have a look here, the judging ability and potential has massively gone up. But for most importantly is the determination. If you have really high determination in your scouts, they're more likely to scout the world quicker, basically. So got some nice high 20s here, high 15s. Anything lower than 12 I'm not really a fan of. So we might let some of these guys go, but most of them are data analysts. We'll eventually let them go. We won't fire them straight away. Let's see if they can do a decent job. In terms of training, I think that's pretty much done. I don't think you guys are really interested. I always keep it as balanced average and match tactics until my scout tells me otherwise. As you can see for the Manchester United game, I was advised to play in the defensive positioning thing, so that's what we did. In terms of scouting, I just want to quickly breeze through these things. It's taking a bit long, but yeah, just most of the main places. What I like to do is get the Premier League sorted, the Euro Cup, and the European Champions League, of course, as well. All 3 of those should be scouted if you're in a European club, basically. And then after that, it's just branch out. So start from the UK and Europe, and then start eventually going into, obviously, North America, South America are really good, and then you can move into Africa and eventually Asia as well. So that's what we've done, as you can see, with our 16 scouts. I think I've already gone through transfers and obviously the club expectations. We are rich. We are playing in the European Champions Cup, and that should hopefully set us up for our financial future, where soon as we finish this season, we should have about 60 mil. So that's when I can start spending better money and bringing in better players. We can rely on this little, somewhat old backline. Obviously, Luis Hernandez isn't our starter. It's actually Danny Simpson who is injured for today's game, but otherwise he will be. So they will start to age. So I think in the January window, we'll start bringing in players. But first I want to see whether how quickly they would decline, basically. But yeah, pretty much standard team, standard tactics. In real life, they aren't doing too great, of course. They're more likely to be relegated than they are to become champions this time. So this is what made the save interesting for me. Obviously, everyone was trying to do it in the beginning, but I just felt like it wasn't too interesting then. But now that seeing them struggle, I want to try and see if I can do a better job than Ranieri and Leicester, of course. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We can get into today's game. Lovely Leicester, first episode and first game, of course. And that, as you saw, the team that we'll be playing with, I'll go into more detail here, but first I need to get Daniel Amati off the bench. You know what, I think I'll just keep him there. I know he's a little bit injured, got a bit of a knock, but should be fine. No, actually, I'll have... don't know whether to put a winger on the bench or a striker. We already have a winger, Mark Albrighton. You know what, actually, Albrighton's supposed to be a better winger than Gray. Gray's still a championship winger. Yeah, let me bring on Albrighton. He's supposed to be there. Schlup, Johan, Bernard, King, Damari Gray, Ahmed Musa. Yeah, I think that's actually our starting lineup now there. Obviously, Simpson should be playing, and Amati will be coming in for Mendy as soon as he's good, basically. Well, I think Mendy is supposed to be the better one. Never mind. So it is our starting 11. Striker or winger, striker or winger. Leonardo's really not going to make much of a difference off the bench. Gonzalo Martinez might, but it's unlikely that I'll take off Riyad Mahrez. You know what, just keep it as is. Sorry about that little delay. We'll get into the team now. But yeah, we will be playing Manchester United, who of course in real life actually did win the Community Shield and beat Leicester, and I guess that was pretty much the start of their decline, maybe. But yeah, you know, a trophy is a trophy. In the end of the day, we're going to be trying to win this, if of course the game ever loads. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Of course, we are playing at Wembley, and expectations are definitely going to be on Manchester United, I think. But we'll get a look at the odds in just a second, and there you go. Favourites for the game, and the odds expert thinks that will definitely go all the way to penalties. I think that's more likely, to be honest. We are playing on a counter-attack, and we'll have a look at United's in a second. Fielding a bit of a weaker team, not too much. They are starting Rashford up top. Of course, Marino's the one who's in charge of this side, so it's quite interesting to see him play this way. He hasn't even got Rooney on the bench at all. Maybe he's injured. But this actually does look a decent side. As you can see, Marino does what I do as well, which is play a little bit deeper players and then push on if you need to later on in the game. So they are playing a 4-4-1, and they've got Blind, Rojo, Jones, Valencia, Lingard, Schweinsteiger, Pogba, Young, Mata and Rashford. So that's a pretty good side for us, for them basically. But yeah, Slimani, Vardy for us, Albrighton, Drinkwater, Mendy, Mahrez, Fuchs, Huth, West Morgan and Hernandez. Of course, some of you might be wondering why I'm playing Mahrez in the left wing instead of the right wing where he's more comfortable. Reason being is I'm not a fan of playing right wingers who are left-footed. So I prefer to put him on the left where he is left-footed, and it suits him for putting the crosses into the box. Either way, he does cut inside from both wings, as you can see from his player trait, so we're not too much in control of that. I'm just going to let him do what he needs to do. He is one of our star players, of course. Albrighton, of course, can play for both wings, but as I mentioned, he is right-footed, so it makes sense to play him as a right winger. He is better as a wide midfielder, but well, not better, but he's just got the attributes for it. He's got good positioning, he's got good work rate, all that sort of stuff. But we'll be playing him as a winger, focus more on the attacking stuff. Let's see how we can get on in today's game. Might be underdogs, of course, but we should expect a certain level of commitment. And let's see what we can say here. Let's go out and impress everyone. Let's see what can happen. We can be a bit demanding because morale is good after the pre-season. Everyone's in good mood basically, and who knows, maybe we can do something special. We're just gonna let Danny Drinkwater mark Juan Mata, who can be very dangerous, of course, and he always playing in the role that can expose us, or the position rather, as an attacking midfielder. He's going to be very capable of attacking the spaces behind the midfield. As I've always mentioned in my previous episodes, if you're playing a 4-4-2, you need to definitely, without a doubt, play, get your the more defensive-minded midfielder to mark the attacking midfielder, because that's if you don't do that, you're just ruined basically. But yeah, 10 minutes now, and my assistant's warning me that Jesse Lingard's gonna be having a bit of a good game. Young's the one who's bringing the ball forward here, and he takes an incredible shot from outside of the box, but Schmeichel, God knows why I said that. Kasper Schmeichel is the one who deals with the other thing about Lord of the Rings, I guess. But yeah, nothing of note so far. And is United bringing the ball forward again? But it is only Rashford, and it looks like they haven't really committed anyone. But of course, the youngster's capable of brilliance, and that wasn't really one of his most brilliant moments. But either way, as you can see here, 4-4-1-1, not really attacking or defensive. So United waiting to see how the game gets on. And we'll be seeing how it gets on as well. 13 minutes here. I'm tempted to go more attacking. Tell you what, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll switch to control. We'll let Mahrez attack a bit more. Hernandez as well over here to overlap Albrighton. I think that sets us up pretty decently now. We've switched to control as well. Let's see if we can do a little bit better now. We'll be the one trying to draw first blood, but United have gone attacking as well, so that's pretty interesting. Mata puts a good ball into the box, and that's just terrible from Luis Hernandez. God knows what he was doing there. Gave away a penalty, and it looks like we might have a bad start to the game. I know it's 30 minutes in, but it's a pretty bad start. But let's see who's taking it. It's Juan Mata. Manchester United's Juan Mata. Schmeichel, can you do something here? Can you save it? No, you can't. It goes the completely opposite way. That was pretty poor. But Kasper couldn't save us there. Kasper, friendly goes. Really, of course, we're going to get another 3D view of it. What a horrible... He could have saved that. That was kind of down the middle there. Mata taking a risky penalty, but it is United to draw first blood, and they immediately go into more defensive shape here. Not saying attacking anymore. Rojo looked like he fouled Islam Slimani, but yeah, that's exactly why I like a ball-winning midfielder. Mendy does really well to win the ball there. Of course, he's given it away, but essentially he won it in the first place. They're just playing away around us. We're looking pretty out of shape. It's not too good, and Rashford is through here. Thankfully, Kasper Schmeichel's the one who dealt with that. But yeah, you could just see our players being dragged out of position. Maybe we will go a little bit more attacking later on in the game, but let's see if we can first deal with United as we are now. They did go attacking, they immediately got their, you know, what they wanted, which is their goal. We've only had 2 shots though, and none on target, so that pretty much tells how we've been poor, and I think I'm allowed to tell my players off here. I can tell them to show something else and show me something else in the second half. And let's see if they can respond. Some poor performances around the board, across the board here. Some 6.4, 6.2, 6.33 and 6.0. That is pretty poor. That means our defense has had a horrible game so far. And what I will be doing is... Apparently I forgot my midfielder. Sorry guys, didn't actually forget you. Well, I did, but it's okay. Anyways, I'm going to push up to a 4-2-4 to see if we can force a goal. Nothing to lose. If they score a second, oh well. If we score one, then it's a pretty good move. Anyways, another half of the game here. United aren't out of the, you know, ahead of us by any means in terms of... Okay, so I think I'm just going to stop talking now. United get their second through Rashford, of course. Who else would it be? And it is Mata's header into Lingard, who crosses really well, but he's got 2 centre-backs on him, Rashford, and Huth does pretty poorly there. You know what? I have a bit of a feeling why they're doing poorly. Okay, never mind. I thought they were out of positions in terms of their preferences, but Morgan is playing in his preferred right, and Huth is on the left. And there is an immediate highlight again. And United are just ruthless here, getting us on the counter. But we can't do anything but risk attacking. I mean, what else can we do? Let's see, we'll switch on to attacking in just a second, but Morgan does well to deal with that there, even though Rashford was offside. Come on boys, we need to do something here. At least get another shot. It's been 2 shots for ages now, and United just getting more and more shots as the game goes on. At least we got 1 more shot there. but it's 60th minute here. So what we're going to do, we're going to switch to attacking. See if that helps us. Slimani for some reason is feeling a little unwell there. Guess I should have bought Leonardo on the bench at least, but first we need to deal with some of the poor performances. Alright, so we want to take off the strikers who haven't performed well. Tell you what, we'll move Vardy to Slimani's role, and we'll take off Slimani for Musa. He's going to play as a poacher. Vardy, we're going to switch him from target man to complete forward. Obviously, Jamie Vardy can't be a target man. And Mark Albrighton's had a horrible game, so we'll bring on Gray. And can we do one more attacking save? Has anyone in the attacking mode had a poor performance? Not really. Of course, I can take off some of my defenders. I think I'll actually do that now. Luis Hernandez having a horrible game. We'll bring on Johan, who isn't exactly a proper right back. But, you know, he is a tiny bit defensive, but maybe he can do something here. What we're going to also do is let Danny Drinkwater go a little bit more attacking, considering we switched to an attacking mode, or mentality rather. So we just put him on support and see if that helps us out. We need to do a little bit more here. Tell you the truth, I actually accidentally played this before, but I forgot that I was going to record it, so I didn't save it and I just loaded the game over. And what we did is we got all the way through to the penalties, and we actually beat Manchester United on penalties. Kasper Schmeichel doing really well in goal. But it looks like that's not what's going to happen this time around. So, oh, there's a little bit of a highlight apparently. Come on, boys, do something here. Mendy puts a really good ball into through Vardy, and Vardy makes no mistake. Of course he doesn't make any mistake. You know what we're going to do right now. I'm just going to... I know it might be a bit impulsive, but we need to do it. If United score another, then oh well, but at least we've given it all. There's 10 minutes left, so we do have to go overload and, you know, go all out attacking. I'm tempted to leave it till there's 5 minutes left, but at least, you know, if we get... Oh yeah, I forgot about this replay. At least we're going to get a good goal here. What a touch. That first touch sets him through, basically. And is that Romero? That is Romero. Definitely not De Gea, but Romero had... Even De Gea wouldn't have really stood a chance there, to be honest. And, oh, there's another highlight. Maybe we'll get it this way. Instead, it's United that win it, but thankfully, it doesn't amount to anything. Huth finds Musa almost. Oh, God. Oh, there you go. Mendy's won it back. That's exactly why I'm having there. Oh, Vardy tried to take it on the turn, but a little bit tough. I thought he would play Gray through. And the highlight's ongoing, so I have a feeling United might actually hit us on the break. Oh god. Come on boys, let's get a second. You're letting Mata run the game. Even though I got him specifically marked, and that's how you know he's a really good player. Rashford finds Mata, and it is Mata who punishes us. Drinkwater not sticking with his man. Why is he running off? Where is he? There he is. Look at him trying to pretend like it wasn't his fault. I've got him specifically marking Mata. Apparently there's suspicions of offside, but I don't really think that was offside. I think that was just poor defending. Just Huth following Rashford, and Drinkwater left Mata completely. Schmeichel guesses the right way, but unfortunately not enough to stop Mata. And I thought we'd get an equaliser, but apparently not. Anyways, 3-1 to United is not too bad. We could probably punish them in the league instead, and we will be seeing how the league will go on. The transfer window is not over yet, of course. We might bring in some players, but it really depends on the budget and, of course, if there's anyone available. I'm not really too concerned with bringing in someone new. The only reason why I brought someone in was because we had a lack of left backs. We only had Christian Fuchs, so of course we needed another player to play back up to him. So now we'll only be buying if we definitely need it. I think we'll definitely be doing most of our buys in the January transfer window, where it'll be more necessary, I think, than right now. And we might have some more money by then. But yeah, I'm happy to play with the same team, see how far we can get in comparison to Claudio Ranieri, of course. And there you go, Manchester United lift the Community Shield. It is our first game under my leadership, and it's the first loss, so pretty poor. But oh well. I think we saw something there in the second half, if you ask me. Our shots increased to 12 shots, and the possession was much better than United's. They hit us on the counter though, and of course the penalty helped. But I think we could have given them a bit of a run for their money, basically. I mean, if Vardy scored that second one, who knows? But yeah, I think that'll be all for today's episode, and as always, we will be you know, every episode should be between 7 games. So if we just count them quickly here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we'll be showing you probably this game against Southampton or possibly Bournemouth. It really depends on where we are in the league and which one's more important. In terms of Champions League games, I'm tempted to show you guys, but I don't think it matters too much because expectations are already reached. The league is where it matters. If we get through, of course, to the knockout rounds, then I'll definitely show you the knockout rounds. But up until then, we'll just be showing you every 7 games or so. But yeah, I think that will be all for today. So if you did enjoy the video, then please definitely hit the like button and subscribe for more daily Football Manager content. And as always, thank you guys for watching.